Well, hello there. Sion Batson here from Sion Batson Tutoring, and in this video, we will be solving one-step inequalities. Very important concept for all of my 6th graders, my 7th graders, and my GED students. So let's go. Now, this exercise is out of my 7th grade math workbook. You can master 7th grade math next generation learning standards. This workbook covers all of the next generation learning standards as well as all of the Common Core learning standards for 7th grade. This workbook is filled with very simple and easy to follow notes, step-by-step examples, guided examples, and more than 1,100 practice problems and answers. Parents love this workbook. Students love this workbook. And the teachers love this workbook because it is a great resource for extra practice at home, for homework help, and it is the ultimate study guide to help your scholars get ready for the 7th grade state exam. So if you have a 7th grader, I would highly recommend that you get them a copy. You can get your copy from Amazon. Now, to our exercise. When solving a one-step inequality, our ultimate goal will be to get the variable we are solving for on a side by itself. Yes? Our ultimate goal will always be to get the variable we are solving for on a side by itself. Now, to get the variable by itself, we will have to get rid of an unwanted company. To get rid of the unwanted company, we will use the opposite operation. Now, very important, whatever the opposite operation is, we must perform that operation on both sides of the inequality. Extremely important. Whatever the opposite operation is, we must perform that operation on both sides of the inequality. For example, if the opposite operation is to add 2, we must add 2 to both sides of the inequality. If the opposite operation is to subtract 5, we must subtract 5 from both sides of the inequality. Get the idea? So far, so good? Nice. Now, let's go to our first example here. We have x plus 3 is greater than 5. Now, if you notice, the inequality sign, the greater than sign, splits the inequality into two sides. You have a left side and a right side. Our variable x is on the left side. So our ultimate goal in this example will be to get the x on the left side by itself. Well, how are we going to get the x by itself? We will have to get rid of an unwanted company. The unwanted company in this example is 3. Look right here. If I were to get rid of this 3, the x will be on the left side by itself. So, the question now is, how do we get rid of this 3? Well, remember, we will always use the opposite operation to get rid of the unwanted company. So we have to use the opposite operation to get rid of the 3. Now, since the 3 is adding, we are going to subtract 3. Why? Because the opposite of addition is subtraction. Yes, so we will first subtract 3 from the left side. If I subtract 3 from the left side, 3 minus 3 gives me 0. And that's the purpose of the opposite operation. The opposite operation eliminates or gets rid of the unwanted company. Yes? So the 3 is gone. So on the left side, we have the x. However, we aren't finished. Because remember, we must perform the opposite operation on both sides of the inequality. So since we subtracted 3 on the left side, we must subtract 3 on the right side as well. 5 minus 3 will give us 2. Put back our inequality sign. So the x is on the left side by itself. We have accomplished our goal. Our solution is x is greater than 2. Get the idea? Very simple, yes? Very simple. Now, this inequality is called a one-step inequality because it took only one step to get the x on the left side by itself. Yes? Okay, now, can we go one step further and graph this solution on the number line? If you need to review or practice graphing inequalities on a number line, I highly recommend that you go watch my video, Graphing Inequalities on the Number Line. Make sure you grasp the concept and then you can come back and join me. Okay? All right. So when graphing an inequality on a number line, it takes just 2 steps. We'll first place a circle to show where the solution begins. Since x is greater than 2, we'll place a circle at 2. Since the inequality sign is greater than, we will use an open circle or an unshaded circle. Yes? And since the inequality is greater than, again, we will shade to the right. Yes? So this graph is showing us all the values that are in the solution of the inequality. X is greater than 2. So the open circle here is first telling us that 2 is not a part of the solution because x is greater than 2. X is bigger than 2. So only values that are greater than 2 will be a part of the solution. That's why we shade to the right, because all of the values that are to the right of 2 are bigger than 2 or greater than 2. Yes? Perfect. All right. I'm so happy you guys get the concept. Again, if you need to practice graphing inequalities on a number line, feel free to watch that video as many times as you want to. Okay. Okay. Here is one. We have y plus 1 is less than or equal to 5. Again, our variable is on the left side. So our ultimate goal here will be to get y on the left side by itself. To get y on the left side by itself, we'll have to get rid of this 1. The 1 is the unwanted company. How do we get rid of the 1? Well, we always use the opposite operation to get rid of the unwanted company. Again, since this one is adding, we are going to subtract to get rid of it. Subtract 1. If you subtract 1 on the left side, 1 take 1 is 0. So that 1 is gone. And again, that's the purpose of the opposite operation. The opposite operation eliminates or gets rid of the unwanted company. So on the left side, just the y is left. We put back our inequality sign. However, we aren't finished because remember, whatever the opposite operation is, we must perform that operation on both sides of the inequality. So since we subtracted 1 on the left side, we must subtract 1 on the right side. 5 take 1 is 4. So we have accomplished our goal. The variable is on the left side by itself. So our solution is y is less than or equal to 4. Now, I'm going to give you a chance to try graphing this solution on the number line. Graph it, give it a try, and then come back and let's see if we get the same graph. Okay? Now, welcome back. Let's graph our solution. So the first step, since y is less than or equal to 4, we will place a circle at 4. Now, which circle do we use? Do we use the shaded circle or the unshaded circle? Do we use the closed circle or the open circle? Very good, my friend. We will use a shaded circle because the inequality sign is the fancy one. It's less than or equal to. Yes? So we'll place a shaded circle or a closed circle at 4. Now, next question. Will we shade to the right of the circle or to the left of the circle? Very good. We will shade to the left because the inequality sign is less than. Whenever the inequality sign is less than, we will always shade to the left. We'll just put a little arrow here to shade here. And we're done. Now, what is this number line, or what is this graph really telling us? It's telling us that 4 is a part of the solution. The shaded circle tells us that 4 is a part of the solution, which makes sense. X is less than or equal to. So X can also be equal to 4. So 4 is a part of this solution. Next, we shade to the left because all of the values that are less than 4 will be to the left of 4. Get the idea? So values in this solution could be 4, 3, 2, 1, 1.5, 0. All the values that are less than 4, all the values that are 4 or less than 4 will be a part of this solution. All right. I know you guys get the idea here. Let's do a couple more. Let's do X take 3 is less than, let's say, 0. Look at this one right here. X take 3 is less than 0. Now, I want you guys to give this one a try. Don't panic. Just remember our process. Our ultimate goal is to get the variable on its side by itself. To get the variable by itself, we will have to get rid of some unwanted company. To get rid of the unwanted company here, we will use the opposite operation. Whatever the opposite operation is, we must perform that operation on both sides of the inequality. You got this. I believe in you. Try it. All right. Welcome back. Let's see if we will get the same solution here. Now, again, our variable x is on the left side. So our goal here will be to get x on the left side by itself. To get the x by itself, we'll have to get rid of this 3. If we get rid of this 3 right here, the x will be on the left side by itself. How do we get rid of the 3? Simple. Since the 3 is subtracting, we are going to... Very nice, my friend. Very nice. We will add 3. Why are we adding 3? Because the opposite of subtraction is addition. You guys are so smart. You guys are making me feel so proud. Now, if I add 3, I'll be left with 0. Again, that's the purpose of the opposite operation. The opposite operation gets rid of or eliminates the unwanted company. So after adding 3 on the left side, the x will be there by itself. However, we aren't finished, right? Because remember, whatever the opposite operation is, we must perform that operation on both sides of the inequality. So if we add 3 on the left side, we must, my friends, add 3 on the right side. If we add 3 on the right side, 0 plus 3 is 3. So we have accomplished our goal. The x is on the left side by itself. And our solution is x is less than 3. X is smaller than 3. Yes? All right. Now, can we go one step further and graph this inequality on the number line? Again, I'm going to give you guys a chance, if you haven't already graphed it on the number line, to graph this inequality on the number line. Take a quick minute and give it a shot. Then come back and let's see if we get the same answer. Welcome back. All right. So, when graphing inequalities on the number line, our first step will be to place a circle on the number line to show where the solution begins. Since x is less than 3, we will place a circle at 3. Do we use an open circle or a closed circle? Very good. We will use an open circle or an unshaded circle at 3 because the inequality sign is just less than. The second step will be to shade. We're going to shade either to the right of 3 or to the left of 3. Do we go to the right or left? Very good. We will go to the left of 3 because the inequality sign is less than. To the left of 3 right here. Now, what is the number line really telling us? Well, first, the open circle at 3 tells us that 3 is not a part of the solution, which makes sense because x is less than 3. X is smaller than 3. So only values that are smaller than 3 can be in the solution. Yes? Secondly, we share to the left because all the values that are smaller than 3, all the values that are less than 3 are to the left of 3. Get the idea? Very good. All right. Listen, man, you guys are going to make me cry, man. You guys are so smart. You're making me feel so proud. We're having a good time here. Let's do 2x is greater than 10. Ah, I like this one here. I like this one here. Yes. Pause the video, give this one a try, and then come back and let's see if we get the same answer. Remember our process. Follow our process. If you follow the process, you will be fine. All right. So give it a try. I'm giving you a quick minute to give it a try. Don't graph it. Don't graph your solutions yet. I know some of you will ignore me and still go ahead and graph. But I just want you to first solve the inequality. Solve it and come back and let's see if we get the same answer. All right, welcome back. Let's see. I know you're excited. You're excited to see if you got the correct answer. I'm excited too. So let's go. Now, our variable here is on the left side, x. So our ultimate goal will be to get the x on the left side by itself. Now, to get the x by itself, we'll have to get rid of this 2. If we get rid of the 2, x will be by itself. How do we get rid of the 2? Well, remember that 2x is the same as 2 times x. So this 2 is multiplying the x. So since the 2 is multiplying the x, we will have to divide by 2 because the opposite operation of multiplication is division. So we will divide by 2. Yeah? Or we can put it like this. We will divide by 2. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. So after dividing by 2 on the left side, we're left with 1x. Now, we aren't finished because remember, whatever the opposite operation is, we must perform that operation on both sides of the equation. So if I divide by 2 on the left side, I must divide by 2 on the right side. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. So we have 1x is greater than 5 or x is greater than 5 because we know that 1x and x, same value, same term. So we have successfully solved our inequality. Our solution is x is greater than 5. So any value that is bigger than 5, any value that is more than 5 will be a part of the solution. So let's graph it. Take a quick minute and I'm giving you 15 seconds to graph this solution on the number line. Time is up. Okay, let's see. So our first step, since x is greater than 5, we will place an open circle or an unshaded circle at 5. And since the inequality sign is greater than, we are going to shade to the right of the circle. Yes? So any value to the right of 5 will be a part of the solution. Again, 5 is not a part of the solution. The open circle is telling us that 5 is not a part of the solution. X has to be bigger than 5, more than 5. So values like 6, 7, 90, 110, 500, 1,000, 2,500, any value that is bigger than 5 will be a part of the solution. Get the idea? Can we do one more? Oh, thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you. You guys are willing to do one more. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I know you guys are trying to impress your aunts and your uncles and your grandparents and your mom and your dad or your babysitter, whoever you're watching this video with. whoever you are working with, or you just want to make yourself feel good. That's also great, okay? Let's say we have x over 2 is greater than or equal to 1. So I want you guys to first just solve the inequality. Don't graph the solution as yet. I know some of you guys will ignore me and still graph it, but just solve the inequality. Yes? Okay. Now, welcome back. Let's see if we will get the same solution here. So again, our variable is on the left side. Our ultimate goal will be to get the x on the left side by itself. To get the x by itself, we will have to get rid of this 2. Yes? Now, how are we going to get rid of this 2? Well, since this 2 is dividing, because x over 2 is the same as x divided by 2. So since this 2 is dividing the x, we'll have to multiply the left side by 2. So if we multiply, this 2 cancels out that 2 and just 1 is left. So after multiplying by 2 on the left side, x is there by itself. However, we aren't finished. Because remember, whatever the opposite operation is, we must perform that operation on both sides of the inequality. So if we multiply by 2 on the left side, we must multiply by 2 on the right side as well. 1 times 2 is 2. So we are done. We have accomplished our goal. The x is on the left side by itself, and our solution is x is greater than or equal to 2. Yes? So 2 or any value that is greater than 2 will be a part of the solution. Now, take a quick minute and grab the solution on the number line. I'm giving you 10 seconds to do it. All right, time is up. All right, let's see if we will get the same graph here. So first, we will place a circle at 2 to show where the solution begins. Yeah. Now, since our inequality sign is greater than or equal to, it's the fancy inequality sign, we will use a shaded or closed circle at 2. Now, second step, we will have to shade. We shade either to the right of the circle or to the left of the circle. Since the inequality sign is greater than or equal to, we will shade to the right of the circle. And this number line or this graph is telling us that 2 is a part of the solution because x is greater than or equal to. So 2 can be a part of the solution. And we shade to the right because all the values to the right of 2 will also be a part of the solution. All the values that are greater than 2 are to the right of 2. 3, 4, 6, 10, 100. Yes? I had so much fun doing this video here. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Again, if you want to practice more, this exercise is out of my 7th grade math workbook, You Can Master 7th Grade Math, Next Generation Learning Standards. This workbook is available on Amazon. Again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope you will find it helpful and useful. Until next time, remember to enjoy your math homework and practice, practice, practice. See you.